Well, you can do the hot sauce after, Lorenzo. We finally got a man to the stage. Lorenzo, do you want to say hello and maybe tell the people who you are?
Hi, everyone. I'm Lorenzo.
Hey, Lorenzo.
Thank you. Well,
Hi, Lorenzo.
I know you've been on the show before, but please can you give us a brief introduction for yourself?
Yeah, I'm overweight and you know, trying to do better. And,
hell yes.
yeah, just I don't know, just existing.
Are you gonna call into LOL Angels? Do you want to be a part of our upward spiral?
Like, you mean in my stream, man?
If you'd allow me to, yeah.
Of course. Absolutely. Everyone is allowed to call in except if your last name is Thorpe. You're totally anyway, yes, don't even worry about that. You were all good, baby.
Yeah, Lorenzo, you're always welcome. And this evening, we're hoping to date.
I'm gonna say Ruby because I'm like intimidated by her today. She looks amazing.
Whoa, that's not how you start a date with a woman. Oh my god. Take her! Take her! Take your first choice, bitch!
God damn. Yeah,
Not
you
before,
kind of did diss Ruby in the process of that, but it's okay. I really appreciate it. I mean, I don't appreciate, dissing Ruby, but we can let that slide for now because our 5 minutes starts.
No, I was gonna say but it must be Halloween because I was in a room with a couple of angels. Y'all are dressed up, you know.
Okay, wait a second. I love the little puns that you're giving. And obviously with our LOL Angels and you're going to come up, we'll be able to talk more, not necessarily in the dating scene. So I'm excited for that too.
Yeah, no. And I'd planned to talk to Ruby, but not that you're not amazing. Like I said, have you been watching any like newer animes or do you watch like Squid Game? I know that just came out.
I did watch the first season of Squid Games. I haven't seen the second one, and I know they're making a third one this year, but I don't really know. But no new animes. I'm currently rewatching Black Clover right now.
What is that? Is that like an action one or?
It's an anime. It's like they have magic powers and like spell books and stuff. It's kind of like how Naruto has their teams. It's kind of like that, but just with magic spells.
Okay, no.
You were frozen for a second, but you're good now.
Okay, no, that's cool. I need to get back on anime. My niece wants to watch some of them with me, and I get worried because they're cartoons, but they're like for adults, so it's one of those things like I don't know if you
do have to watch out not only for like the gruesome scenes, but they like their culture, and I guess I don't want to say like pedophilia or anything like that, but they like to do shit with like younger and like siblings and things like that. So you do have to watch out for those sort of things.
And as far as like traveling, have you ever been to Japan or you plan to like wanting to go?
I've never been to Japan. I do want to go to Japan really bad, but I think that I would go to Korea if I like had a chance to go like tomorrow or something, just because it's very it's a lot more cheaper, and I kind of know a little bit about the Japanese culture and less about Korean culture, so I want to learn more about that, but in person.
That's cool. No, the only thing I know is that they don't like tips, it's like an insult to tip them. So
it is like, that's a lot of countries, not just Japan. America is really the only country that will accept tips. I heard that somewhere. I'm not sure where. But what did can I ask you what you did over your New Year's? I'm sorry, I couldn't remember. And your Christmas, how was it?
It was great. Just relaxed. I worked during the week, so just worked a little. We were off like on the holiday. So that was it. Just spent a little bit with my family. We watched the fireworks, pop. What about you? Were you with your family or you just kind of like chilled at home?
On Christmas Day, I was with my family. And then on New Year's, I actually was on stream. So I spent New Year's with you guys. Well, who was ever watching me? I didn't really go out or anything like that. I'm not an outside type of person.
Was that were you doing that anime stream or you were like?
Yeah, and my stream did get flagged. I wasn't surprised, but I still thought I could give it a try to watch some anime, but I don't know how to get around like copyright and things like that. So.
Oh, dude. I even with the free like the public domain stuff, it could still get copyrighted. So
that's what it was. I mean, I looked up Naruto to see if it was free domain and it said that it was, but it still got copyrighted. So
Yeah,
it was fine though. But I did have a good New Year's. I did buy those little like blow things. I thought they were the sound ones, so that made me upset. But other than that, I had a great year, and it's a great rest of like this brand new year, 2025. I plan on doing a lot. So yeah.
No, it's great. Do you believe in tipping? Like, I just see the chat. Do you believe in tipping a person? Like, you know, in America, like, what do you believe is a good tip or what deserves a tip?
I believe in tipping just because maybe not for everything. Like, you know how you can still like tip for Subway and things like that. I don't really believe in that, but for someone doing a good job, like if somebody does my tattoo and I'm paying them, obviously if they do an amazing job, I want to tip them. And I feel like a good tip would probably be like $15, $20, just because I don't know, a lot of people, you know, they're going through a lot. So $15, $20 isn't a lot to other people. So I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It just depends on what you're doing, I guess, and what you're doing for me and your services.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
What about you though?
I know, like with the Uber Eats person, anytime I get an order, I'll just tip $3. Like I don't. It doesn't matter if it was like $20 or $50, $60.
What if they had to drive like 30 minutes to go get your food? You still wouldn't tip them more?
It would just. And then if I'm trying to impress someone, maybe like if I'm with a lady, let's say, and I'm at a restaurant, maybe I'll tip a little bit more to just show that. I'm generous, but if I'm going to be honest, tipping is like, I see those other cultures and I'm like, they got it right. They don't.
Okay, tip, so would you say you personally, you're cheap man? Do you pay for things for your significant other, or what would you say about that?
Yeah, no, like I'd pay for everything because I feel like the man should pay for everything in the relationship with a man and a woman. And then the woman, if she wants to make her own money, that's cool. She can have extra, and if she wants to pay extra, helps with a bill, that's cool, no big deal. But I want to be able to be sufficient for my family if it's me,
Sorry guys, time. Gotta cut it off for 5 minutes. Speaking of paying the bills, help me pay the bills by giving me your money, give me those donos, those super chats. I forgot.
Okay.
You can super chat and your message will be highlighted, read out loud.
You should let her know.
What about Princess? How do you feel about being?
They can't hear us, but Zena has to tell you something.
Low. I don't know where you got your misinformation. Do not pick Korea first. Korea is more expensive than LA. Japan is cheaper than the Philippines, which is a third world country.
Honestly,
listen.
Yeah, I think that's what it is Philippines.
Yeah, the Philippines is the cheapest thing, but Japan yen right now is cheaper than the Philippines. 100 pesos is 249 yen. So you're better off going to Japan. You could spend $1,000 and you're gonna basically come back with like 4 bands worth of stuff. Korea, when I was in South Korea, it was worse than it was just like being in LA. It's very westernized. Everything's expensive. If you go to the clubs and you go to get shots, they're $17. Like
California prices, yeah.
I didn't know that it was that expensive. I've never been to LA either, so I don't know how expensive it is over there.
K-pop is so popular now and stuff. Like they're able to like tax with tourist shit. So.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate it because I did want to go to Korea, but now I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, save up for the Korea trip. Just the ticket there is like cheaper though.
Also, I'm a shitty ass host because I kind of skipped through your intro because Zena, by the way, is a big streamer, travels around the world. Weren't you in Japan just recently?
I was in South Korea, Philippines, Japan.
So very experienced.
I'm so jealous. My dream is to go to South Korea. I would love to go there.
Maybe next year, PronCon.
The best thing to do is to fly somewhere like the Philippines first and stay for like 2-3 days, and then from there fly to Korea or Japan because then your tickets
will be cheaper from there.
If you fly to the Philippines, it can be anywhere from $500 to $600 just to fly there, and then you have a cheap one there instead of spending $1,300 for a flight to Japan.
Okay, that's some good advice. No facts. So I definitely want to get to traveling around the world eventually, sometime in my life.
Dude, we're gonna do that as the LOL Angels. I promise you that.
It's gonna be crazy. I'm sure next year you're gonna have your own convention. And I think that they went pretty well. That being said, I think Lo is super intimidating. He has this crazy stare, almost like a Medusa-like stare. Because Lorenzo is a statue after that date. I just gotta say.
Hey everyone.
Yeah, your screen is frozen, Lorenzo.
No,
We can still hear you, Lorenzo, but you're 5 pixels right now.
No, low's great.
But
He said, "No, I'm not Medusa."
Lo, I want to ask you first because you were just on that date. What was kind of your experiences? What were your highs and lows?
I kind of wish that we could have got for like a low. I kind of wish that we would have got more to like. Those were like personal questions, but I feel like personal questions when it comes to like relationship aspects, because it is like virtual dating and the whole point of the show is to like kind of give people riz and what they're kind of supposed to talk about with each other. So it felt more of like a friendly conversation than anything. But at the same time, even at the end, like how you explained with the like the money and the tipping and the cheap, like I felt like we were getting into the questions that we should have gotten into in the beginning. So that's the only thing that I has to say about it.
Honestly, I was ready to talk with Ruby. I had like nothing against you. I had planned to talk to Ruby, and then
we could absolutely go on a date.
But then
that was a little low too, just because you didn't have.
Oh yeah, you did. The setup was rough. The setup was rough.
No, I did not. It backfired on me. That line where I was like, wait, okay, I should have planned that a little better. It sounded wrong, but. Yeah, no.
So, that's why this is a Riz review, so we can all learn how to be better.
So now you know not to say that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I know what not to say. That's how it worked.
Zena, as our official. Sorry, Ruby, I will go to you next. I promise. You'll get last words. Who is that note for?
Oh, it's for someone backstage. This has nothing to do with anything going on in the show.
Okay, Zena, your feedback.
There's someone backstage who looks like she might need help. I think she's being abused by a very tall man, and I'm scared she's dying. Oh my god, her face is turning purple.
I'm trapped.
I mean, that's if she's really here to date, then Princess, that's by all.
We had to go through all our feedback, and we have our new coach of the evening, Zena. Can you please tell me about what you thought about Lorenzo's date? Is there anything you could have done?
I think it was pretty obvious that Lo was just entertaining it for the sake of the stream. If this were an actual interaction on the streets, I think she'd be very polite and be like, "Oh, I'm actually going to go see my friend." Like if he stopped her for time to get her number or something, she'd probably be nice because she gives that vibe. But I think she'd make some nice girl excuse to get away from him. He wasn't good at leading conversation. Lo pretty much dominated conversation most of the time. She kept the conversation going. I feel like he just fumbled. And then I guess to make it better, since it's an E-date, I'm just going to be brutal. Hit the gym, buddy. Get rid of that beard, the mustache. The glasses are good. Everybody likes a guy with glasses. And like your curly hair is okay at the top. But like get a trim, get this done nice, hit the gym more, and that's it. And then try to lead more with conversations. Ask more about the women, which is good. But after she gives answers, make sure you're the main one dominating that conversation, because a girl likes a man that can lead.
And Lorenzo, I know you do a podcast, so I know you have some experience like leading the conversation, asking questions. So maybe this is something you can practice a little bit more.
Yeah, no. Again, the very beginning threw me off.
Be more like talking about
take more of the space of the verbal space yourself.
You're doing. If you ask a question about her and she goes into this long thing of like what she's into, then you need to counter it with something you're into and make at least a good 2 to 3 minutes of the conversation about you. And that's what's going to pull the girl in, because they want to know about you.
Oh yeah, I definitely had it before, like where I'm asking questions like 90% of the time, like I don't talk about myself enough. And that can make mistakes. But I do want to read out and thank you, Edward, for the $10. He says, "The pain of betrayal is temporary, but the strength forged in its wake is everlasting." I don't know what that's in response to.
Are you gay, Francis, or straight?
I don't know why I keep putting asses repeatedly, but straight as arrow, baby. Why are you laughing at that, Ruby?
I didn't see nothing. Don't tell Keemstar.
But Ruby,
Doja's in the house. That's why I'm laughing of happy.
That's okay.
Ruby,
we do have to get
sorry, that sound is so foreign to you. The sound of laughter. I'm so sorry.
The backstage is filling up, so I do want to get to our next date. But I do want to ask Ruby, because I didn't get your feedback. Anything you want to leave with Lorenzo?
I think Lorenzo, he brings his own swag, but he opened it bad. It was a bad opening. you never compare a woman to another. You have to be like, oh my God, yes, queen, to all of us. Like you gotta gas this up at the same time. And you missed a little bit on that. I mean, you know, but yeah, that you did that horribly. You went about that wrong, and you did a bad job. But you still have your own swag, and I appreciate you. And I'm so glad you called in.
Oh yeah.
And sorry, I said last word, but I think one more person has feedback for you. I think Darius wanted to give his insightful, very thought out feedback.
Honestly, what? What's my penis?
Covered.
Why? You guys can see my penis.
Wait, are you aroused by the show? Like, is this your thing?
Yeah,
I'm aroused by the idea of growth. This guy here, I'm bitch. So I'm seeing myself, honestly, about 2 years ago, 260, 280 pounds, big as fuck, ugly as fuck, got a big beard. Not saying you're ugly or anything like that. I'm just saying, obviously, you can use work and you know that. You can groom yourself, blah, 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 blah. Listen, talking about anime, when we look like the way we do, and the way we aren't grooming and being more whatever, it's just not going to fly. We got to talk about our personal interests, hobbies. If you play guitar, talk about that. Be able to lead the conversation with your own success. If you have money right now, which it looks like your background looks like you have a lot of collectors things, talk about that. Talk about how much money you have, and just talk about how much of a success you are, even despite the outwards appearance that may be a little bit off right now. Listen, I'm not trying to say you're the ugliest man in the world. I'm sure. Listen, nigga, I understand it may feel like that right now. I don't know your actual face because your image is frozen, but like. Literally I was 210 pounds 3 months ago. I went to the gym for 1 hour every day for 3 months, lost 30, 40 pounds, and now I'm cut as fuck. Honestly, the most sexiest man in the world. Pulling bad bitches, as you can see right here, and as you can see in my own repertoire. Just do the same thing, and you'll be all right. You again talk more about your successes. When girls come over, I literally just say, look at this cool thing I have. It's really cool. And then they're like, what is this cool thing? And then I start trauma dumping on this cool thing. If I got it with an X or not with an X, don't say that. If I got it from my mom, if I got it from XYZ, I'm just like talking about that at a time. And then they will talk about their thing and the conversation flows from there. What she was talking about was leading the conversation. The way you do that is through things you're comfortable with. For, like I said, if you are somebody that has things, collector's things, always like you have, talk about those. It'll lead her to add her time, and you can add yours in and lead it. And that's it. That's all I said.
Thank you, my nigga.
Also, again,
You say nigga?
Oh, wait.
Oh, you done lost some.
Wait,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
oh, wait. That was.
Thank you for that, nigga.
we good by nigga.
Good man. Yeah.
I'm black.
Yeah.
I'm black. Just so we're clear, I'm black.
Yeah, but this guy is clearly not black.
He might be Mexican.
Again, not black.
Mexicans have gotten the pass. They suffered.
No, Mexicans don't really get the pass.
Mexicans
Just
suffer in America.
If you're in Florida, that's the lingo. But this is
Also,
They definitely are.
now, do not have your spoken for. I don't want to deal with her. She's just seeking attention. Nobody likes her. She's a loser. Your friends, you don't have any friends. The only friend you have is your dad. Nick. Please don't let her in here. Thank you.
oh yeah, I'm not collabing.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
I don't collab with people that can't use.
I get that.
Guys, just too much talking. That's fine. But
And I'm still fresh.
there are a lot of people that are mixed race here. I'm not one of them. I'm the palest motherfucker there is. I should say, let's get no more slurs, please. I don't care. This is my platform, so hey, deal with it. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm a social justice warrior. I don't appreciate language like that. Okay, I'm a warrior for social justice.
Oh, I just heard him call me it, so I thought I could.
I'm just fucking with you. That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
I gave him the pass, bro. He has the pass.
Sure, you had the patch. Okay, but we're gonna see you around. Lorenzo, any parting words besides that, or is that you want to leave that as your last words?
No, thank you all for having me on. I appreciate it. Y'all are great. All of you.
Hi,
wonderful.
Lorenzo. Thank you for the day. I appreciate it. Next
Yeah,
time,
no.
tell Ruby how beautiful and amazing she is.
She is. She's
Bye,
amazing.
Lorenzo.
Thank you all. Nice meeting y'all. Stay safe.
Lorenzo, I feel on Discord, I'll change your life in 3 months. Not even joking. It'll be over for you. Everyone right now, take a picture of Lorenzo before he met me.